Please tell us your name and who you are.
Thank you very much. My name is Ranzy, R-A-N-Z-Y. Some people mistake it to be Ramsey. And I come from Ashaiman. My real name is Nuh Razak. That's my real name, but my stage name is Ranzy. So, I'm from Ashaiman. That's it. That's a little that I can tell you about myself right now. Unless you ask what you want to know. Then
okay, let's do a bit of growing up. When did you grow up? School, like.
Okay, actually, I grew up at Kolebu. My auntie was a nurse, so I grew up with my auntie. But as time goes on, I had to come out as a young boy, as a hustler to survive on my own. So I moved to Ashaiman, and that's where the whole hustle started. And then comedy came in, and then we started doing more things. And yeah.
So you do comedy?
Yeah, I do comedy. Alunangmo, that's what you call it.
I see. Why the decision to do comedy?
Okay. The reason why I chose to do comedy, I always make my friends to laugh. Like we are playing, doing anything we do, there's laughter, and it always comes from me. So I felt like, wow, why don't I try to do something? Why don't I try to get something out of this? I can't just be making people laugh like that. I think I can get something out of it. So I decided, okay, let me try comedy. Actually, I started with this. I wanted to do this movie kind of comedy, but I realized that no, that's not my role. So I said, okay, let me do stand-up comedy and see how best it will help me. So I switched to the stand-up comedy, and I realized that, okay, I'm better this way. So I stick to it, and then that's what I'm doing now.
Growing up and then hustling, let's talk about education-wise. What's your level of education and the choice of doing comedy? Comedy, somebody will say, is for the low-thinking people who cannot go further in education. Why? Let's talk about education.
Well, when you talk about education, I've completed SSL, right? But then I didn't continue because I had a problem with one of my grades. And that was the reason why I had a chance today that I'm doing comedy. Because I had to rewrite, which I didn't like the idea. But then my sister advised me that that's the only paper. You have to try as much as you can to write. So I decided, okay, fine. So whilst I was going for this class, I met a friend who is an upcoming musician. So he gave me his music. I also gave him like my comedy. I listened to his music that day, but I think he didn't watch my videos. So I think after 3 days time, he watched. Then he called me. He was like, "No, I watched your video. I think you are very good. So I want to link you up with a certain comedian." I asked which comedian. He said Obi the comedian. So I've been watching Obi on YouTube, and then I know he's a very good comedian. I said, okay, that's a good chance. You can give me his line so that I'll talk to him. So he gave me Obi's line, and I called Obi. He was also very good to me. He showed me how to meet him. I met him. He took me to my first show. That was Laugh Kitchen at Osu. Yeah. I went to perform, and then he liked it. Other comedians also liked it, and he was like, wow. So now any show you go, he will take me along. So that's how it started. Then from there I went to, what's the name? Face Out comedy show. It belongs to Obi himself. I went there, and then from there his manager also started showing interest, and then he also started taking me from one show to the other. So recently, what's the name? Joy FM, I think. Joy FM, they did this open mic comedy. No, they did open mic. It wasn't for only comedy. It was for music and other performance. So I went there to perform, and then they enjoyed the performance, and then from there we've been going from one place to the other.
Okay, so would you say academically you are not good, that's why you are now switching to comedy, where like here you crack jokes, you fool for people to laugh? Would you say academically you're not good?
No, I will not say academically I'm not good, because to crack joke for somebody to laugh, you have to be very, very smart. You have to know how to. If you cannot write a good joke, that means academically you are not too smart. Because a comedian, sometimes you go to perform on certain stage and you see some people, you can see that they are depressed, they have their problems from the house, and they are waiting for you to make them laugh. So as a comedian, if you are not smart, you can't do that. So I don't think, because I will not say because I'm not good academically. And like I said, I didn't say I failed all my papers. I said I had an issue with one of my papers, which a lot of people do. Like, I'm not the first person to rewrite one paper. Maybe you could be part of them, I don't know. But there are a lot of people out there who have written over and over and over again. I have people who have written 5 years now, they are still writing, they still have the hope that they'll pass one day. So that's not the reason why I'm doing comedy. But I love comedy and I think I can do it. That's why I'm doing comedy.
Okay. Fortunately, I had one time sitting and then I was able to break through, so I didn't write that.
Okay, so then
on the more serious note,
then you are my mate, right?
On the more serious note, let's look at it this way. So comedy, how do you even come about your comedy? How do you write them? What's your inspiration when you are to write or bring out a comedy?
Okay, actually, I'm a very good teaser. I like teasing. And then I watch other comedians, those who are there already. And I watch their style, how they come up with their jokes, how they put the joke out. So, for example, if I'm with my friends, we are talking, we can be chatting about something else, then I come in to tease somebody. And then if you start laughing, I create a joke out of it. I try to polish it and then make it a joke. For instance, if I'm teasing you here, you are not popular out there. So if I'm trying to make a joke with it, I will take your name out and I'll put somebody who is popular so that when I crack the joke out, the people will be able to relate very well. See? So I watch other comedians, how they present their materials, how they go up stage and all those stuff. So I try to fix myself into that.
If you have to rate yourself 1 to 10, okay, if you have to rate yourself 1 to 10 academically, what number would you give yourself?
If I'm to rate myself 1 to 10,
yes.
If I'm to rate myself, I'll say 10 over 10.
You say 10 over 10?
Yeah.
That it has to do with being honest to yourself. You know it.
Okay.
Academically.
Being honest. Okay. I'll be honest here. Being honest, okay, let me say 7 over 10, I'll be okay. Yeah.
7 over 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the challenges that comes with making people laugh. To what extent would you go to get people laughing? How do you do it?
Well, comedy, to be frank, comedy is not easy. To make people laugh is not easy at all. Because I'll crack a joke here, you hear that joke. You see me on the next stage and you didn't want to hear that joke. Meanwhile, you are not the only person there. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you were here, but other people were not there. So I crack the joke and then I repeat the same joke, and then after that you will see me and go like, oh, that joke, I heard it before. You see? So that's the challenge you are facing right now, because musicians who get 5 hit track and they are gone. But as a comedian, you get 5 hit jokes, you are nowhere. You have to come always new, you have to crack new jokes always. So to me, I even think comedy is more difficult than music, rap and all this stuff, because you have to put in a lot. You have to think. You have to always make sure you come out with something new. Because today, if I come out with something that will make you laugh, the next time I'm coming out, I should make sure that I'll come out with something that will make you laugh and fall down. That means I'm going. But if I come today and I make you laugh so much, the following day I come and then the laughter is reduced, it's like you start losing interest. So comedy is very difficult though, but we are still in. The challenges, they will come. Sometimes you go upstage and then the people, they are depressed already. But as a comedian, you have to do your best. You have to try as much as you can to make them feel your strength. So that's what we are still in. And
talking about people you look up to them in the industry, who are those people that you look up to, and what influence are they having on you as an upcoming comedian? Okay,
I look up to people like Obi, who I sometimes I call him my direct father, because he's the one who's been leading me through this journey. I look up to Obi, I look up to Lexi, they're coming, and then I look up to DKB. With Lexi and Obi, I have this personal relationship with them. Like, I sit down and chat with them. Like, Lexi will advise you. See, don't think you are there. The more people like you, the more you try to create more jokes. So sit upright and then make sure you always write new jokes. That's what Lexi does. And Obi will also tell me, listen, this industry, there's so much challenge. So you don't have to believe in just what you did. You have to make sure you are always there. When you come, people will be happy to see Ranzy. So these two people, I think their advice to me is working, because always I try to come up with something new. So they are helping. They are the people I'm looking up to, and then I've seen that they've also come to my aid. They try to advise me and other stuff. So it's helping me.
Okay, so talking about the industry itself, the comedy industry, how do you think it's going in Ghana? Rating it, how do you say, or what do you think is missing out in this sector you find yourself?
Okay, initially, I wouldn't say initially. Ghanaians think GH comedy is not funny, but that's the mindset. We've tuned our mind to the fact that GH comedy is not funny. So with you like this, assuming you think I'm not funny, no matter what the joke is I crack to you, you wouldn't want to laugh. But then if you think I'm funny, I say something that's not too funny, but then because you have it in your mind that I'm funny, you try to laugh over it. You understand what I'm saying? So if we will be able to give that little space to the comedians in Ghana, that okay, Ghanaian comedians can also do it. Because Nigerians, one thing about Nigerians that we are always Nigerian comedians, they support their own, no matter how it is. Those in Nigeria don't carry last. See, it's not funny, but they will try to support it. That's how we should also do. Because Ghana is always about music. Nobody talks about comedy. You see, and the little chance they get to talk about comedy, they wouldn't hype it. They would rather be saying, GH comedy is not funny, it's this and that. And it's not helping. Because if it's not funny, we always start from somewhere. So if the support comes in, I think the comedians will work hard and try to. But if you're always, they are not funny, definitely they'll come and crack very good jokes. But because you have that mindset that they are not funny, you wouldn't be ready to laugh. And then at the end of the day, to be like the comedian wasn't funny. Meanwhile, you were not ready to laugh. You have no sense of humor, so that's it.
Okay, you seem to be talking about Ashaiman in most of your jokes. Trying to depict what is there, what Ashaiman is made up of. In just a word, how would you describe Ashaiman?
Ashaiman is amazing. You need to be in Ashaiman. That's why I always mention Ashaiman. Ashaiman is amazing. If you've not been to Ashaiman before, if you've not stayed in Ashaiman, you are missing out. Wherever you are staying, I'm advising you that you should get a room in Ashaiman. Stay there for only 1 year, and you come out and you'll be thinking even ahead of Ranzy, because it's serious. Ashaiman is so amazing. The things you don't expect to see, you will see them, and then you will go like, is this really happening? But we've been living with all those things, and then we are used to it. So you come there and then it looks something different to you. But Ashaiman is amazing.
Let's talk about some of the things that makes Ashaiman amazing, just like you are mentioning.
Yeah.
And some of the things that you see that you are carried away, but yes, that's the reality you are facing in Ashaiman. What are some of the things you think are not that real, but you see them real over there?
Well, in Ashaiman, in the traffic, or okay, let me say on the main road, 2 drivers can park and have their quarrel, and the other cars will be waiting for you to finish before the line will move. Like nobody is ready to move, and you can't do anything to them. That's it. You cannot come and you have nothing to do to them. And even the police, the police in Ashaiman knows that yes, this is Ashaiman, so they have their limit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I said in one of my jokes, it's only in Ashaiman the police station will close around 9 because of security reasons. Yeah.
The police station will close as at 9?
Yeah, for security reasons. They are supposed to protect us. but they have to protect themselves as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ashaiman is amazing.
Very amazing.
Okay, let's talk about the people in Ashaiman. How receptive are they? Like, are they friendly? Like, want to?
Well, Ashaiman is a very friendly place. Like, let's assume you are doing something good, and the support comes from Ashaiman. Trust me. If you are really doing it good, you will get there. For instance, see Stoneboy from Ashaiman. The support Stoneboy gets from Ashaiman, trust me, I don't think, to me personally, I don't think he will get it from any other place like that. Because he's like a smaller god to people from Ashaiman. You mentioned Stoneboy and like, he's so amazing. Everybody loves Stoneboy, even she knows Stoneboy. Like sometimes we can even listen to somebody's music and then we praise Stoneboy for it. Like we don't care who sang the song. So far as we like it, it's for Stoneboy. We listen to somebody's track like I wanna make and then we shall beam. Ah boy. Like that's how we are. We support you very strong. We are very loyal. That's how it is in Ashaiman. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so right away, people watching you live there and people who are going to watch you here, we want to have a feel of you, what you are made of. Make us laugh. Let's see.
I should make you laugh. Yes. You want to laugh? Yes. Laughter is within. If you are ready to laugh, you can laugh now. Okay, so you are laughing. So I've made you laugh, right? You are not laughing. You are laughing.
Okay. Wow. Before we let go of you, what are your plans? Let's say 5 years to come. Where do you see yourself as an upcoming comedian in Ghana?
Okay. 5 years ago, I saw myself being interviewed from one place to the other, and today I'm here. So 5 years to come, I think I should be one of the, if not the biggest, one of the biggest comedian in Ghana. 5 years to come, yeah, that's where I want to see myself 5 years to come.
Okay, but let's talk about it. I know even within the comedian industry or whatever it is, people are hitting on each other. Like, whom are you also beefing? Well, I don't know if with the comedian also is beefing. I don't know how you call it.
Yeah.
But then the industry, people are hitting on each other to kind of leverage on that grounds to put themselves out there. With you, whom are you fighting within the industry?
Well,